darkness, shadow, and umbra. All are names of the darkest parts of ourselves. But what if we could control it, or even find the strength within ourselves to dominate it? Such a dark gift would allow us to truly know and appreciate the hidden parts of ourselves. In our controlled shades, we would use that time to reflect on inner darkness, turmoil, regret, and we would use that power to grow into fuller, stronger people. Mages born with the gift of Umbrakinesis can. I am Dr. Detective. It would be my genuine pleasure and honor to explain to you why Umbrakinesis is counted among the great magics. However, a magical aptitude so elusive and dark must be given a canvas on which to truly be appreciated, with the Umbrakinetic's interpretation of their abilities casting long shadows on the ages. Erebus is the classical Greek god of both darkness and shadow. He was said to be born from his father, Chaos, the primordial god of nothingness. It is said that he married his sister, Nyx, the goddess of night. With their union, Nyx and Erebus gave birth to daylight. Just as the absence of light means darkness, so too is the contrapositive. With the birth of light came the waning of darkness's power. The imbalance of daylight's birth, causing the natural cycle of day and night. However, darkness is rarely ever contained, and shadows remain unconquered in their own way. The Greeks believed that shadows were an entrance to his dimension, so that he could see and hear all things in the world above. It was said that when the underworld itself was made, he chose to make his empire the gate of it. Thus all who die must first see darkness itself. However, man is crafty, and even in his shadow he finds strength. Thus, we were able to develop our own ways of harnessing the darkness within us and outside of us. Yet the strain of delving into one's darkness cannot be understated. It can either leave one mentally broken, emotionally weak, or it can develop them into truly stronger and more emotionally resilient people. Umbrakinetic mages who use their power heroically are often emotionally muted and understand the breadth of emotion. Among the most well-known mortal Umbrakinetic mages is Raven, daughter of Trigon, especially in her animated appearances of Teen Titans. Raven chose to manipulate the innate shadows, draping the objects in their shades. With these abilities she could fly, phase in and out of shadows like a camouflage, use telekinesis, and even restrain the movements of other creatures. Using the incantation,
Azarat Metrion Zindas!
She was able to have channeled more dark energy. Those who use their powers for evil, however, are truly insane, falling prey to that inner darkness in themselves and others to become more powerful. Within the very successful manga and anime franchise of One Piece, there exists an extremely powerful Umbrakinetic mage known as Marshall D. Teach, or, as his foes call him, the Blackbeard. Blackbeard derived his powers from the devil fruit known as the Yami Yami no Mi. The fruit allowed him to imbue himself with a void of darkness which could hold, store, and manipulate anything that had a shadow while absorbing it inside of his body. He could then imbue that shade into someone else, canceling out their own powers and completely dominating them in a fight. Yet darkness takes its toll. Just as darkness clings to you, any pain he was inflicted would double. However, I believe that Umbrakinesis can truly be expanded upon, given enough time to think about it. A true master of darkness would be able to effectively teleport, slipping in and out of shadows, giving the Umbrakinetic the ability to materialize and manipulate shadows on a scale never before seen. They would have access to speeds that far exceed that of light, because no matter how fast light is, the moment that it touches an object, it will cast a shadow. This would give the Umbrakinetic mage the ability to always stay one step ahead of their natural predator. Moreover, as the shadow can be cast of any shape and size, a master of darkness would be able to manipulate the size and viscosity of the shadows to serve any purpose. The shadow being incorporeal would also mean that nothing that it attacks would be able to resist the effects of it as it penetrates your armor, as anything inside of your body is draped in darkness, which still falls within the realm of that individual's control. Using these dark blessings, they would be able to snap your bones, crush your organs, and drown you from the inside out, as more and more darkness pools inside of you. Moreover, given the opportunity, if they could blind you, you can see nothing but darkness, meaning they would be able to instantaneously manipulate anything and everything that you experience from that point onwards. The person could summon shadows to assault you in your blind state. They would be able to completely control and negatively affect your mind, and with the increased amount of darkness being both metaphorical and literal, the increased paranoia and fear would feed into the darkness itself, making you more afraid of it as the darkness in your mind continues to empower them. In his infinite wisdom, wise Erebus made sure that mortals are instead limited in their applications of umbrakinetic power. In this tome, told as a legend, there is a clan of dark elves known as the Kalabkura tribe. The Kalabkura instead harnessing the animalistic parts of themselves and turning their shadows into animated beasts called Tiltikamu. These Tiltikamu shadow beasts were able to manifest both physically and as weaponry and gear for those that summon them. The Tiltikamu shamans believe that just as that darkness in you, that ferocity can be honed, so too was it reflected in your shadow, as the beast would be that much more magnificent and powerful. However, the tome does not speak of a truly great and magnificent lord. Instead, it speaks of one who Erebus cursed, with a shadow likened to a deep, black ocean. Will Blight be able to hone this version of the Tilticom? The great Lord Erebus saw fit to make sure that any expressions of this ability were truly unique, crippling Blight with insecurity and a single-minded view of his power, the only limiters being released by tackling more darkness within yourself. Will Blight be able to rise past his limitations? Or will his Tilticom be his undoing, as it is not just a simple puddle of a shadow, but the ever-hungry maw of the abyss? Only time will tell, as a trial by fire is necessary.